Hey there guys, and welcome back to another Nether River video. Hope you guys are having a great day, and today I'm going to tell you guys how to get the spellbooks in Terraria. Spellbooks are magic projectile type weapons that can be quite powerful in the game depending on your level. I'll see you guys. I'll be right back. Getting to the reason this video is made, I present to you how to obtain all the different spellbooks. The first book I am showcasing is the Water Bolt. This book is one of the first obtainable spellbooks in the game, and I have to admit, it's pretty OP. Just look at that. When you're starting out, it's a really good weapon. So these books can only be found in the dungeon. So you know, it's that big thing that is it depends. It can be blue, pink, and if you go too deep, a dungeon guardian is going to kick your butt. So you're just going to want to look on the shelves, and you'll see a blue book with a yellow band, and that is how you get the Water Bolt. So this thing can go through a lot of guys. As you can see here, it averages 20 damage. So yeah, it is pretty good. It uses 10 mana. So just starting out, you may not have all the mana in the game, but that you can get in the game, but it can use a lot of mana when you're starting out. So yeah, that's the Water Bolt. It is pretty awesome starting out. It can also bounce off stuff. Alright guys, the next book is not one of my personal favorites, but you know, we all have different tastes, and it can prove useful in certain situations. The Book of Skulls is what it is called, and it is a slow-moving projectile that can pass through one enemy, and it averages 30 damage, and it uses 18 mana, so that is pretty costly when starting out, unless you guys are magic based and you guys have already got your mana up. So yeah, it's pretty good. It is a 1 in 10 chance drop from Skeletron. So you're gonna have to beat him first, not the first boss, the second boss. So yep, he's definitely gonna have to be defeated first. So you guys need to get ready, probably gold armor, and then just keep fighting him, and then you'll get the Book of Skulls eventually. The next book is the Demon Scythe, which I use the fire out of. This was one of my favorite spellbooks in pre-hard mode. It is a really good weapon when used appropriately. It can be challenging to use. See that is pretty awesome. It starts out slow, and then it starts picking up momentum, and then it just murders everything in its path. So it can go through lots of enemies. I am not even sure how much, because it can just go through lots, as you can see, and it averages 30 to 40 damage, but it's usually 35, and it uses 15 mana. It's kind of costly, but you know, it's a really good weapon, especially when you're starting out. It is a 1 in 35 chance to drop from demons and voodoo demons, so you guys need to start farming the underworld. Look at that, 70 damage. That's crazy. This is a good weapon. I would definitely suggest it. It is awesome, guys. Awesome. Another one of my personal pre-hard mode favorites is the Crystal Storm. This thing I used a lot. Right when I first got it, I was like, whoa, this is amazing. Because I just loved it. I mean, it was like the magic version of the mini shark or mega shark, and I just loved killing stuff with it because it was just so much fun. So it's a rapid fire, and it does around 25 damage, but it varies on each shot. As you can see, I got 50 over there, and it uses, I believe it's like 4 mana per shot. Yep, it's 4 mana, and it can deplete your mana really quick. So you're going to want some potions with you if you're actually planning on using this. a lot. Like you know what I mean? It is resource demanding. So it's you want to be prepared if you're using this for a boss. So there is a crafting recipe for this. One of the first spell books that you need to craft, and you're going to want to craft this at the bookcase. You can find these in the underworld and dungeons. You can make one. You know, they're fairly easy to get. It's really not that hard, and if you don't find one on your first try in like the dungeon, you can just keep creating worlds. So the crafting recipe for this is one spell tome, which is sold from the wizard. He's an NPC, and you can find him underground after you kill the wall of flesh. And then you're going to want to get Souls of Light, which drop from monsters in the hollow, underground hollow, desert hollow. So, yep, just anything hollow, monsters in the hollow. And after that, the crystal shards. You're going to want those. And you'll need 20 of them. And they can be found in the underground hollow, just growing down there. So, yep, that's how you get them. And that's the crafting recipe. As you can see, right there is the Crystal Storm. Pretty awesome. Best modifier you can get is mythical, as for almost all spell books. So yeah, pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Alright, the next spell book I'm going over is the Golden Shower. I can't really tell you whether this weapon is that good or not because, well, to be honest, it didn't exist in my post-hard mode days. So, yeah, I can't really give you any real advice, but it seems to be pretty good. Just a note, in the last clip, I said the Crystal Storm is one of the best, or I said I preferred it in pre-hard mode. It is not a pre-hard mode weapon, it is a post-hard mode weapon. So once you defeat the wall of flesh, that is hard mode, that is post-hard mode. So not pre-hard mode, just so you know. So going back to the Golden Shower. This is, well, this is an interesting weapon because I read up on the trivia and it said that the Golden Shower was based off of a stream of urine. So, yeah, that's interesting, I guess. So, yeah, I mean, that's all the words I have for it. So, for the recipe for it, you're gonna want one spell tome, which you can buy from the wizard, 15 Souls of Night, which you can get from Underground Corruption, Crimson, Above Ground Corruption, Crimson, and then Ichor, which is an item we haven't gone over. And this item has a chance to drop from Ichor stickers and Tainted Gowls and the Underground Crimson. So this is the other option to the Cursed Flames, basically. So so yeah, that's it. It averages 21 damage, and it uses 7 mana. So I mean, it's not that bad. Really good for crowd control. Next up on the list are the Cursed Flames, and these things are pretty good. They are pretty good. So you know, I didn't use them that much, but I've heard a lot of fond stories about them, and you know, they're pretty good. So let's get on to it. So these things, they usually range around 36 damage. They can go through one object, and they use 12 mana. That is a little bit expensive. So yeah, it's a little bit expensive, but the redeeming feature, because it is slow and, you know, is that it bounces and it catches things on fire. And this fire, mind you, cannot be burned out in water. That is right. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. And, you know, the bouncing feature can be really handy. Shoot over walls. And it can just go pretty far bouncing. Of course, it is going to stop after so many bounces. And it is not wanting to stop. Oh, there we go. Right before the edge. So, yeah, it's pretty awesome. And, you know, I didn't use it that much, so I didn't really get a taste of what it was like, but as I've said, I've heard a lot of fond stories about it. So, it's pre-hard mode, pre-Plantera, well, no, it's post-hard mode, pre-Planetara. And you're going to want a Spell Tome, which is once again bought by the Wizard. You can buy it from the Wizard, which is found underground. Souls of Night, not light, different, very different. These can be dropped by monsters in the Corruption or Crimson. So you're just going to want to kill enough and then they'll start dropping them. They are kind of hard to collect, but you know, if you're willing to waste a little bit of time on them, it's worth it in the end because they are used in a lot of crafting recipes. And the last, which we have not gone over yet or anything in that range, are the Cursed Flames. Now, these things are well, they're let me just tell you, they have a chance to drop from World Feeders and Vile Gals and Clingers in the Underground Corruption. So, yeah, all you have to do is go down in the Underground Corruption and kill a bunch of guys. Kill a bunch of World Feeders, Vile Gals, and Clingers. Not too fun, but in the end, trust me, it is worth it. It's a really cool weapon. So I would suggest it if you're in pre-hard mode. So yep, pretty awesome. Moving on to items post-Planetara and ones that are no longer crafted but are dropped from enemies, we get to the Magnet Sphere. Now this one is pretty freaking awesome. So it averages 50, is that right? 50 damage. Yep, and it uses 14 mana. So it's kind of resource demanding, but it is because it shoots a sphere that shoots your enemies. Pretty awesome. So the reason I'm not showing you the dummies is because I wanted to show you this thing in action because it is pretty awesome. So let's start this. This has a 1 in 300 chance to drop from Armored Bones, Rusty Armored Bones, and Hell Armored Bones in the post-Planetara dungeon. Look at that, we just got a Bone Sword. That is pretty awesome. So yeah, this thing is freaking insane, guys, and this is definitely on my list to get. So just farm the dungeon a little, and you will be happy with what you get, I promise. Moving on to my second favorite spellbook in this entire list is the Razorblade Typhoon. The Typhoon is it's a pretty awesome weapon. Let me show you what it does here. So I shoot 2 of these, and it goes and seeks every single one of these. So you see I'm shooting up in the air, but it still goes down after these guys once they spawn, and it just murders anything in its path. As you can see, it is insane. It is insane. But it is awesome. So let's kill these guys just for fun. So this thing does 60 magic damage every time it just hits one of those skeletons, and it uses 15 mana, but it is so worth it. It is so worth that mana because it's awesome, and it has a 1 in 5 chance in dropping from Duke Fishron, the boss. He is challenging to say the least. If you do not have the requirements to fight him, shall we say, and he can be challenging, but if you get something like this, it is so worth it, guys. It is so worth it. Moving on to the last, but certainly not least, is the Lunar Flare. This thing is insane. The best spellbook you can get in the game. It is just, it's crazy. I love this thing. This is my favorite. My absolute favorite. So let's check this out. This thing can go through solid blocks. So it will go through blocks where you're pointing. It doesn't actually go through blocks, as you can see. Well, I guess it does. Wherever you point your cursor, it will go through the blocks above. So you can see there. It will not go through blocks. if if it won't go below the blocks below your cursor. So you have to aim if you want it to go through the blocks. So yeah, it's awesome. It is awesome. 100 damage, and it uses 13 mana. It can suck your mana dry really quick, but that's just because it does insane amounts of damage. Just check this out. 100 damage. This would murder any NPC in the game at all. It's just crazy. And this is a 1 in 10 chance to be dropped from the Moon Lord. The last boss, I believe, one of the last bosses, but I'm pretty sure it is the last boss in Terraria. And he can be pretty challenging, guys. He can be really challenging. But if you get this, it is so worth it. Just check this out. This destruction, this just ultimate destruction. It is awesome. So awesome. We are moving on to the end of this video, guys. But your Terraria adventures are only just beginning, I hope. And I just really hope this video was helpful to you guys. I hope you're going to get all the spellbooks now. And, you know, if you guys really like this video, my channel needs support. I would really like you to sub and like to this video and sub to my channel. And, you know, I'm just trying to do better at my videos now. Trying to do them higher quality and not get my information messed up, as in the last video that I tried to make. So, yeah, guys, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you get all of the spell books and more. I'll see you guys later.